Hey guys, it's yours truly back with New Trains Part 57, uh, Odd EMDs. I guess we call them Odd EMDs. It's been a while since I made a New Trains installment because I've been busy with work, life, and just getting equipment together um, for my roster. And as you guys can see by my workbench here, there's been a lot that has been going on. And there are some things in this video that aren't technically new, but I will mention them because they're kind of like revisiting past projects that I've been working on. So let's get started. This is my W440 Caterpillar. It's my version of a cat powered diesel. And I actually did some changes to the locomotive. The original locomotive, or the original cab, was a Kato Jeep 35 cab base and nose. And I never really liked how that looked because I couldn't strip the paint off it really, and among other things. So what I did is I ordered some Canon Company parts, and I actually built them, and I placed them on the Atlas RS3 frame seal here. The orange cab is an Atlas Jeep 38-2 cab, or Jeep 38 cab, and it used to be a BNSF cab. Now with the Atlas BNSF units, they use a orange plastic, and I guess that helps with the orange paint when they apply it to the model. I replaced the dynamic brake fan here with two dynamic brake fans from Atlas SD35s. They're both different types of fans. And then you got the 5-chime air horn here and some other Canon parts. And then the rest is scratch built, including the rear of the unit here, which is really cool. The original prototype for this was going to be rebuilt using the core of a Jeep 7 or 9, but obviously I didn't have one at the time, so I used this. This section here is an Atlas SD24. This rear section is a dynamic brake section from an SD45 Athearn Blue Box, and then the rear cooling fans here are from an Athearn Blue Box Jeep 9. And then the exhaust stack is custom made by me. Moving on over here to some other projects, these are my RS4 Macs, which are basically my version of the Alco re-engined EMD RS3Ms. So this is basically my version of the RS3M. It's actually a lot better than the RS3M. And then here we have my SD40PX-2, which is a heavily rebuilt SD40-2. It's powered with an experimental 710 prime mover, and it's equipped with HEP. So it's designed to run as a mixed traffic engine, so it can pull freight and passenger consists. And I actually recently just stripped this unit. And then moving back over here, this is my custom kit bashed Illinois Central SD20. This was built by my friend John, and he basically gave me first crack at this unit. These are metal handrails. He did the plow and everything. I had to change the horn on it because the original horn was damaged, so I fixed that. But other than that, this is a great engine. It's DCC ready. Yeah, and it's my only SD20. I've always wanted an SD20, and when he was building this unit, he said I could pick the road number, so I picked 2030 because I have a Pentrex tape with this engine, but it's in the Death Star scheme. It's not in this scheme. And then here, this is my SDL38. So, well, it's my last SDL38. So if you guys looked at my custom locomotives in the past, I originally had plans for 4 of these units. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a cheap enough Jeep 38 to use, so I ended up buying a Jeep 38-2, and all the chassis between the Atlas, the newer Atlas Jeeps, are interchangeable. So the Jeep 38, the Jeep 38-2, Jeep 40, and Jeep 40-2, all the shells can be interchanged between their frames. And yeah, so this is riding on a Jeep 38 chassis, which has Atlas SD35 trucks on it. And there's plenty of room for the trucks to swivel. And this is basically it's basically a freelance locomotive for heavy haul iron ore services. And I'm going to leave it in the Conrail paint scheme. I actually had to change the numbering on this unit because originally this was going to be in the 200 series, but let's just say for whatever reason, one of those units was completely destroyed in a wreck, and they had to really just make one at the last second to replace that unit. And this is what they made. This is what the ER&W made. So it is DCC, but non-sound, and it's a great engine. John, who actually made the SD20, sent me the trucks that I needed to build this last unit. So thank you, John. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have gotten this engine done. And then these are my two Conrail PPLX coal train service cabooses. So here's this version, and then here's the other version. This one came from Nicholas Smith. This one came from I forget, New Hope, PA, store in New Hope, PA. So I got both versions of these. I heard Bowser made an earlier run of these with different numbers, but I just had these two and I'm fine with that. And these two are Penline flat cars that I got from the Greenberg show back in August the 22nd, I believe. This car would have had a floodlight here, and then this is supposed to be like the generator, but obviously it doesn't have that. And then this car I got from Stroudsburg, decaled at ER&W. And then this car back here, let me see if I can show that. I also got that from Stroudsburg. It's another steel mill car, and I put trucks and couplers on it. And then I've been working on this wood chip car. I've removed the Norfolk Southern logos on it. That's a Bowser car. And Goo Gone is your friend, guys. If you don't want to remove the paint on a model, but want to remove like the letters, use Goo Gone with your standard Q-tip. So just a little tip right there. And then these are just some spare chassis that I have. So this is the original, this is the new chassis that came with the Jeep 38-2. It's brand new. And then this is the another chassis I had lying around. Both of these work. I'm thinking about selling these because I don't have a place for them. I don't have a shelf for them. I don't need them. So I was thinking about just selling them. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this New Trains installment. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will be bringing more projects later on. God bless, and I'll see you later. Peace, y'all.